because I couldn't have said it better myself. If I'm naive, then I don't want to ever not be naive about it, because I believe everyone has a right to exist. Everyone has a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You know, everyone, not just Americans. Everyone deserves to be happy and to be able to be who they are. I mean, it's 2011, and there are countries that still stone people. I mean, come on. Stoning someone for stupid shit, too. Not like, oh, you know, this person is a vicious serial killing murderer. Like, it'd be like, oh, well, this woman kissed a man in the street in front of other people, so we have to stone her to death. Look it up. People still get stoned to death in this day and age in certain countries. And not just like backwards-ass little nations. I'm talking like some pretty big countries. Well, they're kind of backwards-ass, but it's a shame. It's a downright shame. And I don't want to be an activist. You know, I don't want to be the voice of a generation, but that's my opinion on it. It's just, you know, it's Christmas. Just try to be a little more accepting of people, you know, and just, I know there's bad people out there, and I know the argument for a lot of race stuff is, you know, well, you know, there's like white supremacists, and then there's like, you know, the gang bangers or whatever you want to call them, and you know, and it's like that's not their entire race. That's not their entire culture. That's like a subset of their culture and their race. And it doesn't mean that you should hate all of them just because of a few people that are, you know, misguided in what their beliefs are, you know? Like, I don't hate all Christians, even though, you know, there's that Westboro Baptist Church who has the website, and I'm sorry, but their website is called GodHatesFags.com. I mean, come on, man. Seriously? And then they protest at soldiers' funerals. Now, something is wrong there. Something's wrong there. They do it because they believe that the soldier that's dead is punished by God or something because we've become so tolerant of gay people, and just stupid, misguided beliefs. You know, it's just when they're burning in hell for what they've done. You know, and I mean, and like I said, I'm not sitting here saying I believe in hell or whatever, but if their religion turns out to be true, and you know, they're going to be burning in hell, and they're not going to understand why. They're going to think that they, you know, were soldiers of God, you know, like warriors for God, and they weren't, you know. All they were hateful, ugly people. Whoops. One funny thing, though, about the Rick Perry campaign video that I referenced that kind of set me off this morning about all this. He's talking about gays openly serving in the military, and how, you know, he's basically implying, he's like, oh my God, you know, they could serve in the military, but we're not thinking about our children's educations and da da da. It's like, what does gays being able to openly serve in the military have anything to do with education? Like, how can you even make that? How can you even? I don't. You know. I mean, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. I'm sure there's people out there that are like, yeah, how are you going to compare those two things? Because they're two 100% different things. There's no way that you can compare those two things. They're not even in the same category. It's ridiculous. But in the video, while he's kind of spewing his anti-gay slanders, whatever, and it's thinly veiled. He doesn't ever come out and say anything against gay people, but you can tell where his belief in it lies. You know what I mean? You can tell what his intent is on it. You know what basically it boils down to is all people are stupid. That's what it boils down to. All people are stupid. Everyone is stupid. Everybody's stupid. We don't know. You don't know. I don't know. Your preacher don't know. The politicians don't know. We're all just trying to get along in this crazy world and, just trying to make the most of the short time that we have. Don't deny somebody their right to live or, believe what they want to believe or their right to be happy with who they are or to love who they want to love. Life's too short. Why are you going to spend your time hating? Why are you going to spend your time doing that, Because before you know it, you're going to be dead. Well, I hope everyone has a happy Friday. We'll see you guys next time. No, I'm just, but it's true, We have a short time. I could go outside to check the mail and get run over, and die. I could get hit by a semi truck on going out to check the mail, and never get to see my kids again, or never, So there's no point. I'm not gonna spend my time, hating somebody because of stupid shit. I'd much rather spend my time loving my children and my family and my friends. And, even if I don't accomplish anything great, like, people won't speak my name like they would Abraham Lincoln. No one's going to be like, oh, that guy that made Minecraft videos? He was such a revolutionary person, and he's such a beloved American icon. I accept that. That making Minecraft videos isn't going to turn me into an Abraham Lincoln type folk hero. But at the same time, if my kids remember me, if I get to meet my grandkids, if they remember me, if they tell stories of things that I did and things that happened in my life, then I'm happy with that, And I don't want the stories to be, God, man, Grandpa hated like nobody I ever knew before. He was the best hater I ever saw. I want them to tell stories about, oh, Grandpa was such a loving man. He always had, good things to say and encouragement, and I'm just aimlessly walking around. I don't know. The main project I wanted to get done, I got done. The tree and the second story. And if anything I've said came off of offensive, or if you mistook what I was trying to say, I'm sorry. I am tired, and I'm not a very, I'm not a great public speaker. So but I wanted to say it in my own words, It's just, it's Christmas, and it just bothers me that there's still people in the world that... Whoa, that took 4 hits. Usually it's only 3 to kill those things. Nice little cave system here. And I also wanted to say, don't vote for Rick Perry. Please, for the love of God, don't vote for Rick Perry. Because that would be bad for everybody. Oh, I don't have any arrows. I just got a bow. Basically, just... have a Merry Christmas, Just show some goodwill towards your fellow man. And it's so cliched, and I know that, but it rings true. Like, regardless of if it's cliched or not, you know. Let's just all kind of love one another, you know. Not, I mean, you ain't got to love a complete stranger. I'm not talking about the kind of love that you show for your wife or your family. I'm talking about just a general love for your fellow man. You know, to look at somebody and hate them purely because of the way they look is the most ignorant thing ever. And you're ignorant if you hate somebody because of the way they look or because of who they love or who they want to love. I'm sorry, you are. And I'll stick by that until my dying day. I mean, to be honest, by this time in our history, racism and all that, it should be like a joke, like us making fun of our ancestors for how stupid they were, as far as racism and stuff like that goes. Like, oh, you know, they were so stupid back then, you know. But it's not. It's still an ongoing thing, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It really is. And while we're on the subject of like politicians and stuff, I know this is running super long, so I'm probably gonna have to break it down into 2 episodes again.